Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Claire. I've been threatening for a while to do a green, purple and copper pour. So this is it. I want just green, copper and purple, but I've got two shades of green, two shades of purple and a gold with the copper and a pale pink and a white. So I've gone a little bit crazy. I might just have to strip it back and just do those three colours with white, maybe so four. But me being me, I've just added loads of extras because I just think they work well. I'm going to do a round canvas. I haven't done one for ages, 40 centimetres. I'm going to do 3 straight pours on it, 3 puddles, tilt it out and just see what the colours, how the colours look together. So these are the colours. So the main 3 colours that have been really inspiring me are these. So Pebeo Studio Acrylics Copper and Iridescent Green Yellow. And then the Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet, but mixed with a little bit of white. Let me show you. So it's more that sort of colour. Actually, it looks really dark in this pot as well. There you go. So it's just beautiful, really beautiful. Next to the white, next to the green. So to complement the copper, I've added gold from Pebeo. To complement the green, I've added this Amsterdam green, which is phthalo green. I think those two together just work really well, a dark and a light green. Then I've added another purple, so Amsterdam Ultramarine Violet, and then Rose Light by Amsterdam. And then this end, De La Rowney Pearl White, just because I wanted a bit lighter because there's some quite dark colours in here. And then I've also got a hint, I'm going to be using a hint of this one, which is Royal and Langnickel White. This creates crazy cells, so I won't be doing a lot. I will just be putting a drizzle of that in some of the layers. So I've got all my cups ready there. So I'm going to have 3 cups here. I'm going to start by layering those up. This is the order I'm going to layer the cups in. I've alternated the iridescent colours with the non-iridescent colours. I wanted the copper next to the purples, so I've sandwiched it in between the two. And I wanted the purple and the green next to each other, and this purple and green. But because this is quite a dark green, I'm putting the white in between. So this is the order. This is the Royal and Langnickel White. I will drizzle this in at some point. I'm not quite sure when yet. So at the bottom of each cup, I'm just doing only a small amount, just a drizzle of the pearl white. So by putting that colour in first, it's the colour that will come out last. So that should be in the centre of the puddles. So, and then I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of each colour down the side. They're quite nice and thick, the paints. I'll put the recipe in the description of the video. They're mixed with PVA glue and water. And then I've had to thin down the metallic, especially the gold and the copper, because they were just quite a bit thicker. Iridescent colours always come out thicker. So I mix to a certain ratio, but then have to thin them down if they're still too thick. Now I'm taking a real chance, green next to purple, because if they muddy, I'm going to get brown. But I'm hoping they're not going to muddy, so fingers crossed, because the colours the colours are just incredible next to each other. So, I mean, those 3 colours, I don't know if I can angle this so you can see this, copper, purple and green, that looks beautiful. So if this painting gets a bit too complicated with too many colours, I will be taking out the others and I will just be going copper, purple and green with some white. I will always add some white in because it just brightens everything up. So I've just hammered in the push pins into the back of this canvas and levelled it. I've also sprayed the back with water. Round canvases, I find they get quite saggy in the middle. So if you spray it with water, as that water dries on the back, it just tightens the canvas. So it's much more drum-like now. Before it was just a bit floppy and saggy and awful. Right, so 3 puddles. So I think I'm going to do them quite near the centre. I think I might put down just a puddle for it to pour into. I'm just thinking about what colour to use on the basis. I've got a bit of leftovers of everything, but I might want to keep, as I said, the purple, bronze and copper, the purple, copper and green for something else. So I might just use the gold and the pink to create some, to create a bit of a puddle. So straight pour. So here we go. Right, so I know what I've done already. I've definitely overestimated how much paint I need, because that's quite a big puddle. I always mix too much paint. It's quite frustrating now, but the reason I do it is I get my colours out, I mix all my colours, I see how much I've got, and then I just pick a canvas based on what I think. So that's the problem. I just need to pick bigger canvases. Right. I think I might as well just put a bit of flow extender around here, because it's going, this puddle is going to push onto this one. It's cup 2. I might have to hold it here as well to stop it from coming off over the edge. See what happens. Right, I think that is plenty of paint. Right, I'll start by just torching it to get rid of all the air bubbles. And then I'm just going to start stretching it. So I'm just going to let it fall around to the edges of the canvas without yet tilting anything off. Just doing it quite slowly so it can push around on that flow extender. Yeah, I can't believe I was going to put 3 cups of paint on here. Far too much paint. When I mix up too much paint, it's frustrating, but it's totally fine, because I've got 1 other cup here to do something else with. So my paint never gets wasted. I will always use it for something. Right, I'm going to start going off. I'm going to do it quite slowly, and I'm just going to let it roll over and then just bring it back each time, and then just turn it round. Right, all the edges are covered. So I'm just bringing the weight of the paint back to the centre just to have a little look. It's totally different to what I was expecting. So you haven't got the really bright green, but you've got this wonderful, did I put the green next to the pink? I can't even remember now. But you've got a really nice muted kind of green. It's really pretty. I've got a lot of paint still on here, so I'm just looking at this, working out what to do. So there's definitely, it's a painting of two halves still, with the two puddles. So what shall I do? Shall I leave it? Shall I tip more off? I guess I'm not so keen on this bit here. This bit here is a sort of muddier purpley colour. So let's tilt a little bit of that off. It's so pretty. So this has got just such an earthy feel to it. I think it's the copper and the green. It looks very earthy, very natural. I'm thinking I'd like to do one that is actually going to look like the globe. So some white. So if you imagine you've got the Antarctic or the Arctic with some white and then some blues and some greens. I think that could look really effective on a round canvas. Let me show you the details. So the copper is just stunning. What an amazing colour. You've got lots of random cells. Look at that. Oh, let me focus. Oh, it's not going to focus. There we go. Look at all those lines within the cell. That is so pretty. So there's the iridescent green, and it is definitely more muted, but in a really pretty way. It's really subtle. Really like it. You've got some of the colours, some of these colours are obviously transparent, so you can see here where the colours are underneath other colours. And there, look at that, the copper and the purple next to each other. And that was the white centre. And then the green, I'm loving the green. And green next to copper, it just looks great. And I say I don't have any brown. I've got the copper, but I don't have any muddy colours here. There was a slightly muddy purple section, but I tilted that off. And just look at that. It looks like it's glowing almost. And what colour is in that? Maybe it was the gold. I don't know. What colour is that? I can't even remember. Gold and green. I'm not sure now. So the dark purple is there, but the lighter purple is definitely more obvious. I'm wondering if that darker purple is a semi-transparent, so you don't see it as much. So there it is. I will be back when it's dry. Here's the dry result. I'm absolutely over the moon with it. The colours are just gorgeous. It is a little bit copper heavy. I would say I think I'm really missing that darker purple. It is a semi-transparent colour. I did mix white with it, but I think it must be still quite transparent because it's not really showing. The purple that you can see, I think is just that lighter purple. So it's just something to bear in mind when I do this colour combination again. I need to get more of that deep purple in, I think. Before I take you in for a close-up, let me show you this colour. Look at it, it glows. It's just absolutely stunning colour, that copper. It's just so bright, it looks orange, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful colour. So let me take you in for a close-up because the details are just gorgeous. The greens, as I said when I was pouring it, came out very differently to what I expected, but I love them. They're much more subtle than I was expecting, but they are so pretty. And there is that, do you remember that cell with all the lines? Right there. And there you've got the copper and the purple next to each other. I think, to be honest though, the bits that make it are these bits. These kind of greeny, watery, jelly looking bits. So definitely a colour scheme to try again. but I would make some modifications. I would definitely go for a slightly darker purple. But love it, so happy with it. And I think it just works so well on a round canvas. I'm definitely going to try another round canvas in blues and greens and white. I think this could look brilliant as to try and look like the earth, look like the globe. So I'm going to try it in a totally different colour scheme, but just one puddle, and really stretch that out. And I'll try and keep a centre, which would be like the top of the Antarctic. So watch this space. Please let me know what you think. If you've got any comments, do leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Great, thank you for watching. Bye.